Let's talk Advent calendars. I have 8 Advent calendars in my collection. Why so many? Which are the best? I will reveal all today. Hi there, this is Vicki. Thank you for joining us at Puzzles and Purrs. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe by hitting that button. It means a lot to us and will really help our channel to grow. So let's get to it, okay? Let's go through the Advent calendars. First of all, why so many Advent calendars? Well, I don't know. Why do I have so many puzzles? Obviously, I have a hard time saying no to puzzles. So likewise, I have a hard time saying no to puzzle Advent calendars. Not only will I be sharing my collection with you, but I am going to tell you about each calendar, and then you're going to get to see me do a puzzle from that calendar to see if you think it's right for you. So let's begin. Our first Advent calendar is this Advent calendar here. It has been featured in another haul of mine, or in a haul of mine. It is from Goodwill. I paid $1.99 for it. I was informed by a wonderful viewer that the image is actually a Thomas Kincaid image. It is uncredited, unfortunately, here. I imagine this is probably from China, and yes, made in China. And unfortunately, I did not know this was a Thomas Kincaid uncredited image, but I did buy it. So let's take a look inside. This is an Advent calendar that came with a giant poster. So let me show you the boxes first. That's what the boxes look like, and we will be looking at them in depth in a little bit when I do one part of the puzzle. So let me show you the poster. The poster is really big. They're not kidding when they use the word poster. There it is. So this has a lot of dark areas, but the image does look cute, and the pieces come in little boxes like this. And this is the type of Advent calendar that you work a section at a time. So there are pieces here. It's a numbered box. And one of the things that's pretty cool is they have numbers on the back for which box they belong in. So you do work one section at a time, and when the puzzle is completed, you have a large puzzle that is put together. So let's take a look at how this puzzle starts. Then I will give you my thoughts on the puzzle quality and the piece fit. Now let's talk about the fake Thomas Kincaid. This one had a lot of glare. There were false fits aplenty, so many, which made it super frustrating. Basically, what I had to do for so much of this one little section of the puzzle was just try every piece in every other piece. So that was pretty frustrating. The numbers on the back really helped, but the number of false fits and just the darkness of that one section I was working, which is right here where I started, made it super difficult. So for this one, so far, I give it a thumbs down. Okay, next puzzle is going to be this Vermont Puzzle Company. Vermont Puzzle Company stained glass nativity. And I also featured this on a previous haul. I did also get this at a thrift store. I think I probably took off the sticker. So I don't recall. Oh, I think this was $3 actually. This was $3 at a thrift store. And let's take a look inside. So this is also one of those Advent calendars that you do a little each day. 24-day countdown to Christmas. Beginning December 1st, complete part of the puzzle each day through Christmas Eve. This also comes with a large poster, not as large as the previous Advent calendar. And I love that it's a nativity scene. It has these boxes here And let's see if they have numbers on the back like the previous advent calendar we looked at. They do not, but similar to the other one, it has pieces of the puzzle in each little box, and when assembled, you will get the full image. So let's see if this one had an artist associated with it. Yes, Randy Wallenman is the artist for this one. And they kind of have like some directions on the back there. Okay, let's take a look at this stained glass nativity advent calendar. What about our stained glass nativity advent calendar from Vermont Puzzle Company? Well, I actually like this one, though it did have glossy pieces. That I was not so much a fan of. The pieces did fit well together. There were no false fits. It held together well overall. There were numbers on the back, which helped, and it came together pretty easily. Plus, it was super easy to take apart, which is always nice. So as far as this advent calendar goes, thumbs up. This next advent calendar is one that I got at a puzzle swap. And it was just normal puzzle swap. Someone had put it out on the table. It is 1,008 pieces. It's called Christmas Cats. And let's see if there is any company that makes this. No. This just seems, again, like one of those puzzles that pop up on Amazon. Yeah, made in China. So let me read you a little of the directions on the back. This unique advent calendar jigsaw puzzle contains 24 numbered boxes to open on the day that corresponds to the number. The inside of each box have 42 pieces puzzles. You know, I got my degree in English, and that kills me. Okay, the inside of each box have 42 pieces puzzles, which belong to the part of the whole 1,008-piece jigsaw puzzle. Your goal is to finish one section of the puzzle every day between December 1st and December 24th. Okay, that's not that bad, but let's have a look. Obviously, you could see what drew me to it, right? It's the cats, people. It's the cats. Okay, let's open it up. And here's the poster. Oh my gosh, the poster is so beautiful. I feel like I would have gotten this just for this poster. Oh my gosh. This is the kind of poster Kid Vicky would have hung in her room. Totally. Oh my gosh. It's so big. Look at all those cats. I love them so much. Look. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's hard to pick a favorite. I love them. I want every single cat here under my tree. And then my husband would put me out in the street if I had all those cats. He would put me and possibly the cats. Okay, let's continue and look inside. Oh, the inside's really cute too. Look how adorable that is. Isn't that cute? Okay, oh, this one's interesting because the numbers go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They go, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They go down this way. So that's pretty interesting. Let's open number 1. Look how cute. Okay. They also have pretty big numbers on the back, so you know where they go and which box they belong to when you're disassembling it, which is pretty cool. This is another one of those puzzles that have, they are each individual cats that you're making that combine to make one full puzzle. So, there. But we'll see when I make these. Could they work as their own individual puzzle? Probably not, because the edges probably all connect. But enough of taking time to speculate. Let's do one of these puzzles and see what we think about the fit and quality. So what did I think of the cat advent calendar? Well, I did the first box, which is this cute little cat with the pink background. And let me tell you what I thought. First of all, there was a lot of glare in this puzzle. The pieces were very shiny and they almost had a little puffed to them, like they were a little puffed. They didn't hold together well. They came apart pretty easily. Sorry, I have notes back here just so I can remember all of my puzzle thoughts when I did this one. The puzzle though was super easy. It was really quick to put together and, dare I say, fun despite the other issues. But you know, I always rate fun factor on how easy something is to come together. And this one was really easy. I don't even know what I wrote here. Oh, the photo quality was good. The photo quality was really nice. There was nothing blurry or pixelated about the puzzle. So I just wanted to show you what I meant by the pieces being very glossy and a little puffed. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I wanted to show you. So these are the pieces. I don't know, can you see how glossy that is? They're super glossy. And then, I don't know if you can tell from there that they are just a little raised. So I thought overall, though, the quality was not bad. The pieces were thick. They're pretty, I'm putting a lot of pressure on it and they're really not bending. I did enjoy the numbers on the back. So yeah, I actually thought this one was pretty good, aside from the glare issues. So I enjoyed this one. I would give it a thumbs up. Next on our list is this puzzle that I got last Christmas from Aldi. And it is called Mini Puzzle Advent Calendar. And this is not available for sale anymore because Aldi is one of those places that has like things for 1 week and then they're gone. So you either get it or you don't. But I just wanted to share it with you because it was a really cute one and I'm totally doing it again this year. This is one of those advent calendar puzzle advent calendars that has 12 puzzles. It's a 12-day one instead of a 24-day one. And those are all the puzzles, and they are all really, really cute. So each puzzle is 80 pieces. They measure 7 by 10 inches. And such cute designs. I mean, I just love the box. The box feels so lovely. I want to say I probably paid, remember how much it was, but I'm going to say probably $20 or a little less than that. But I don't recall the exact price. But Aldi typically has good deals. Okay. Oh, I don't even think I did them all last year. I didn't do them all. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay. So you can see I opened some of them. Clearly I did not do all of them, but I will certainly be doing all of them this year. And let's just open up number 1. Oh, that's right. The pieces I think came loose or in a little plastic bag that was not resealable. So when I was finished with them, I put them in a zip top bag there. Let's put those back. And now let's check out one of these adorable puzzles from last year's Mini Puzzle Advent Calendar from Aldi. Let's talk about last year's Aldi Advent Calendar. I have to say, I like this one a lot better than the one they did this year. There were not as many false fits, and even though the pieces were 2 in, 2 out, normal pieces, just like the other one, it held together better. The puzzle that I did was much more fun. It was in a standard puzzle shape. This one had glitter embellishments on it, but it did not in any way detract from the puzzle. As a matter of fact, I thought it made the puzzle more fun and cool to do. So yeah, I like this one a lot. And I will give last year's Aldi puzzle a thumbs up. Okay, guys, you know I love Aldi. And this year they had a selection of advent calendar puzzles, which, good and bad, I kind of didn't know they had different advent puzzle calendars. I thought they just had one. So I grabbed the first one I saw. Now, for me, that's kind of a bummer. For my family, who thinks I have way too many puzzles, they might be right. For my family, who thinks I have way too many puzzles, that was good luck. So I only ended up getting this one. It is 12 Days of Puzzles, 80 pieces per puzzle again, and I just love the colors on these puzzles. Look at those soft pastel colors. Aren't they gorgeous? And these are shaped puzzles. The other Aldi Advent Calendar last year, they were rectangular puzzles. So let's open this up. So it's a sleeve that just came out. And here they are. Isn't that pretty? I love everything about this. It's not as substantial as last year's Advent Calendar puzzle, but I don't mind. Obviously, let me just show you. This takes up a lot more space and storage than this does. So those are the Aldi Advent Calendar puzzles. Let's take a look at this year's calendar and see what we think of the puzzle, the quality, the fit, the whole experience. What did I think of this year's Aldi Advent Calendar? Well, let me tell you, it had a lot of false fits, a lot. Plus the pieces, some of them had foil on them, and that made the glare on the foil was very rough. Especially we had an overhead light, and that made the foil glare just super hard. So it did not hold together well at all. I attempted to lift it when I finished, and most of it just fell apart. And all of the pieces were 2 in, 2 out. So if you're looking for like a more challenging cut or anything like that, this is not it. And I've realized that I never showed you the pieces in this one. So I'm going to do that now. Let's open it up and take a look, and I'll show you what I meant about the foil pieces. Okay, here's one thing that I thought was really cute. They come in these little bags, and they're resealable, which I do like. I wish more puzzle companies would do things in resealable bags. Okay, so in each little baggie, there is a tiny poster of the puzzle. And it not only shows a poster of the puzzle, but if you look really close, it shows kind of where each puzzle piece goes. This did not help though, we just used it basically as a reference. But let me show you the foil pieces that I'm talking about. And you can imagine having a light above you. There they are, see? It's really frustrating with a bright light above us. I'll try to find some that have a little more foil on them. Oh, this one's got a lot. Okay. Pretty crazy. Now, it ended up making a very pretty puzzle when it was done. It was really very pretty, but the false fits and the glare on the foil were a lot. I do not think that all of the puzzles in this set have the foil. If I'm just going by the pictures on the back of the box here, none of them look particularly foilish. So I don't know. It says puzzles contain glitter or foil embellishments. So maybe the foil doesn't photograph well. I'm hoping that more of these have glitter embellishments because, like I said, I was not a fan of the foil except when looking at the finished product. So this was the Aldi puzzle. I don't know if I ever told you how much I paid for it. Probably because I don't really remember. I want to say it was like $12.99 or $13.99. If anyone got this one recently at a US Aldi and you do remember, please leave a note in the comments. But as far as this Aldi Advent calendar, based on my one day that I tried, I'm going to give it a thumbs down, which is hard for your girl because I love Aldi. Okay, now let's get to some brands that you probably recognize. These are 3 new Advent calendars that I added to my collection recently. I got them from puzzledly.com, and they are 3 Advent calendars that are new this season. But let me tell you the deal I got. Because these were damaged boxes, I got them for $10 each. So I could not resist adding 3 more Advent calendars to my collection. By the way, this is not sponsored by Puzzledly in any way. I just love their puzzles and I love to support them. So, okay, this is a Ravensburger. This is this year's Ravensburger Advent calendar. It is called Christmas Around the World. And look how pretty that is. Let's see if they have an artist on this one. I feel like they do. Illustrator Serena Jadicki. Her last name is J-O with the 2 dots over it, D-I-C-K-E. So there's a whole lot of people's names on here. There's an editor, Nicole Merck, a design, Julia Mayer, but I think Serena's the one who did the illustration, which is lovely. So let's open this one up. Oh, I forgot to tell you what makes this puzzle so cool, this Advent calendar really cool, is that you can make each puzzle in it as an individual puzzle and use the border. You can take the borders off and combine them into one larger Advent calendar, which is really neat and something I've never seen before. So this has, let's just open it up. I believe this has 24, but I could be wrong. Okay, let's open up this box and I will show you the damage on the box because a lot of times the damage is not even really anything that's substantial or anything that would bother most puzzlers. So let me just get it open and then I will show you the damage to the box. Okay, now the damage to the box, like I said, I didn't think it was a big deal. Okay, there's a couple of things. This right here, I don't know if you could see that corner there. And I think the other issue was down here. See how it's a little white there? I don't know if that's really the issue or it was just, oh, I forgot. There's one here. Can you see that there? How it's a little dented? Maybe a little hard to see. So that is the damage, and that is why I got this for $10. Now, would you do this one? Would you buy this for $10 because it was damaged? Yeah. Okay, so let's open it up. It is 24 days. Yay! 24 days of Ravensburger. Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. Look how pretty that is. I don't want them to come tumbling out, but that's it on the inside. Let's take a look here. This is what the box looks like, and each piece will be representative of Christmas from a different part of the world. So this one is from Germany. That's what the puzzle will look like. I do like that you get a little image of what the puzzle will look like because a lot of times with Advent calendars, you're just puzzling kind of blind, especially the Aldi ones. So it's got a little tab here. I don't want to rip it though. I've heard from Puzzle Auntie, who is one of my favorite YouTubers. She's fabulous if you have not watched her videos before, that these are a little hard to open and they're prone to breakage. So just be careful with those. Oh my gosh, look how cute this is. Look at the way that opens. Isn't that neat? And of course you have your Ravensburger quality. Very nice. They feel lovely. But that's how they feel. Should we see how they puzzle? Let's take a look. So what did I think of the Ravensburger Advent Calendar? Well, let me tell you, it had a very loose fit. So that was frustrating. It also had this was the only Advent Calendar puzzle I did that left behind puzzle dust, which was pretty surprising because it was a small puzzle, but somehow had puzzle dust. One piece had a peeling back that had to be glued. Again, this is a new puzzle, brand new, and I just don't think you should have that kind of quality issue in a brand new puzzle. I did like that it had the option of, I'll show you the back, having a frame around each individual puzzle, or just having the frame, pushing all the little puzzles together to make one big puzzle and having the frame around that. So I thought that was very clever. I am going to say this one is a thumbs in the middle. It does not have the Ravensburger quality that I've come to expect from the brand, which was a bit of a disappointment. However, the frame technology, I don't even know if you'd call that technology, the frame technology that they use where you have the option of having a frame or not having a frame and having different things kind of fit together, I thought was really clever, and I like that option. So yeah, I can't give it a thumbs up, but I also can't give it a thumbs down. So that was the Ravensburger. Okay, this next puzzle is a merry and bright Advent calendar. It's 12 days of puzzles, Christmas countdown. Let's see if we can find, it's by Gallison and illustrated by Louise Cunningham. Isn't that so merry? So it's only got 12 days, which is kind of a bummer because I love Gallison puzzles and I'd love to have 24 days of them. Look at that. They're beautiful, aren't they? Okay, this was also a damage box, $10. Let me show you the damage. Right down there. Okay, let's take a look. So I opened it, but does it pull out? Oh, I think it does pull out. Okay, there's a little more tape there. Okay, here we go. Oh, so cute. Okay, so they have poster. Beautiful. I love these images. There's 6 on each side. This is the back. And look at the front. Isn't that so pretty? So let's open up the first one. You're going to pull it here. And these are the pieces. Okay, these are a little tricky to get out. I imagine they're going to be tricky to go back in. I'm literally still trying to get them out. Okay, yeah, I can't get these out in a nice way. And I don't want to tear the box because I'm rushing, but you can see them in there. And let's take a look at how this comes together. Does it come together? Will I ever be able to get that bag out? Let's see. Merry and Bright, the Gallison Advent calendar that I did. This one had tiny pieces, like tiny pieces. They are standard 2 in, 2 out pieces. It had a good fit and hold, which was nice. 2 of the pieces, when we opened it, were stuck together, which is fine. I know that happens with puzzle companies sometimes. The cut doesn't go all the way through. But in attempting to take the pieces apart, one of them got torn on the back, so we did have to glue it together, which is, a little bit of a disappointment for a brand new puzzle. And let's see. Yeah, I really liked the picture and I thought it was fun. It wasn't that difficult. Despite the 2 pieces being stuck together, I give this one a thumbs up. Okay, finally, the last Advent calendar that I got is this one. It is from, I want to say Gibsons. Yep, Gibsons. And it's a Christmas adventure jigsaw puzzle. Again, damaged box, $10. Okay, was this the damage? Oh, here. Can you see that corner there? Okay, let's take a look at this one. What's really cute is they have a little tag here, which makes it really fun for gifting. You don't have to do anything. Slap a bow on it, write out the tag, and you are done. Okay, and you can kind of see here on the bottom some of the puzzles. Let's see if there's an illustrator listed for any of these. Oh, wait. Claire Mc... Are you kidding? Oh my gosh, this is so small. Claire Mc something or other. It's like right down there. Okay. Claire Mc something or other. I apologize. I will put your name in the description. So, Christmas Adventure. Let's open it up. Comes with this sleeve. Pull it out. Okay. See, sorry, bump the camera. Yes, you only get the highest quality production here at Puzzles and Purrs. That's why you need to subscribe, because you never know what's going to happen here. So please subscribe, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Puzzles and Purrs. Okay, this one's Christmas Adventure. Is it just 12? Let's see. No, it's 24. And 24 windows reveal jigsaw puzzles, glue, and ribbons. Oh my gosh, they do make little ornaments. I love this so much. Okay, let me open the number one, wherever that is. Oh, here it is. It's right at the bottom. Oops. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, apparently my thumb is super strong, and I did not realize that. So, there. Opened it up, and let's see what's in there. I believe it comes with glue also. Okay, so here we go. We have the little puzzle pieces. I love this idea so much. So I'm thinking that in one of the days, I'm going to get the glue. In another day, I'm going to get the ribbon. So let's take a look at everything that comes with this Gibsons Advent Calendar. Now to the Gibsons Advent Calendar. What I really enjoyed about this Advent Calendar was that it made ornaments. It came with glue and ribbon, so you can make these ornaments that you can easily put on your tree. So I thought that was super novel and just like something I haven't seen before in an Advent Calendar, so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. The pieces were tiny. I will show you in a minute how tiny they are. It did not hold together well unless you're gluing it, but even just to turn it, I think is going to be hard. I did not glue it yet, but I did try to keep it together, so I'll be showing you that in a minute. One of my biggest issues with this puzzle is it didn't have a poster, and the only way to see what the puzzles look like is inside the sleeve here. And obviously, could I open up the sleeve? Let's see if there's a place where it could even be opened. No, there doesn't appear to be a natural place to open it. So you would have to cut the sleeve to see the pieces. And there is nowhere where you can cut the sleeve that wouldn't, oh, maybe here. Actually, here is a spot where it will peel open. So I was wrong about that. You can peel it open here. But honestly, who wants to do that? Because then you have no sleeve. You just have this thing with all the open windows. I don't know. Maybe it's not a big deal to other people, but I kind of found it annoying. I didn't think it would be that big a deal to include even a small poster because I had to stop during the puzzle. It was tricky. This one was probably one of the harder ones I did. I had to stop during it many times to kind of open this and take a peek in there. So let me show you the one that I did, and then I'll give you a few other thoughts about it. So like I said, I did not glue this one together, so hopefully it will hold. This, can you see it's a star? I don't know if you can kind of see it, right? Okay, it's a star, it's astronauts in space, it is coming apart as I speak. Here's my issue with this as an ornament. It is pretty big. Like, here's my face for scale, and this. I mean, who is putting this in their tree? I really love the idea at first because I was super excited about having puzzle ornaments on my Christmas tree. But this is like way bigger than most of the ornaments that are in my tree. So I will probably not be putting it in my tree. If, however, you have a tree dedicated to puzzling, which I don't yet, but now that I think about it, that is a really good idea. If you have a tree dedicated to puzzling, this would be lovely. All of these little ornaments would be lovely. I don't know if the other ornament sizes are as big as the star, but if they are, it's really big. It just does have a little hole at the top where you can put the ribbon in. But I did mention I would show you how small some of these pieces were. So let me do that. Okay. This is probably the smallest piece on the star ornament. Okay, wait, let me hold it up. See, that was the smallest piece. So when I say these pieces were small, they were small. Now, were they all that small? No. You know, some of them were, this is one of the corners of the star, were like this. But they were still smaller than, I think, every other advent calendar puzzle I did. In fact, the other puzzles that I did, let me see if it's the case for all of them. Yes, with the exception of the Gallison, the other puzzles had normal size puzzle pieces. This and the Gallison Advent Calendar had small, tiny pieces. So if that's not your thing, you're going to want to avoid this. But I thought the image was really funny of, oh, it's holding the astronauts in space for Christmas. It was a funny image. I'm hoping the other images in the puzzle are as clever. So what do I rate the Gallison, not the Gallison, excuse me, the Gibsons Advent Calendar? I'm going to give this one a thumbs up, believe it or not. Even though it was a little tricky, even though the pieces were small, I think that the ornament concept is unique. Plus, it is something that you can actually make. And if you don't mind the larger size ornaments, you can use these every year and they'll be a really nice memento. One of the downsides to this, though, is that you can't do it year after year unless you just don't make it into an ornament, right? If I can easily take that apart, put it back in the box, and next year pull it out again and do the puzzle. But if you want to make it into an ornament, it's kind of a one and done with this one. Whereas all the rest of the puzzles you can really use year after year, which make them, to me, more of a cost savings. So if that's important to you, then this is probably not the puzzle for you, but I do give it overall a thumbs up. So which of these puzzles was my favorite? Oh, it's hard to say. I did a lot of advent calendars in one day, and it's hard to pick a favorite. I will say that, believe it or not, I have a couple of favorites. You know, I couldn't just pick one. Believe it or not, this no-name puzzle, which was probably gotten on Amazon, I did mention I got it at the Puzzle Swap. The cat puzzle was fun. It did have glossy pieces, but I actually really like this one a lot. So this would definitely be one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is the Aldi, last year's Aldi, which isn't really going to help you since you can't really get it anymore, but just letting you know, this is another one of my favorites. I thought the puzzle sizes were large. I'll show you the images. They were cute. So I really enjoyed this one too. Let's see, and I would have to say, for novelty purposes, the Gibsons. So even though I gave other puzzle calendars thumbs up, those were my three favorite advent calendars. If you enjoyed learning about these advent calendars and watching me work a day of each puzzle, please subscribe to our channel. It helps other people to get to know us. Plus, it really helps me out. And it's a great way to show your appreciation for the videos and all the stuff that goes into puzzles and purrs. So I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate each and every one of you watching. Bye.